I'm not really a pink
Here,
person.
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Oh.
It'll be different in a week and a half.
How are things? You're working. I'm working more than 40 hours a week. Between here and Berlin and other stuff. For Berlin too? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Were you doing that originally before? I've been with them since November. Oh, really? That's when Chelsea left, so. Yeah, but I've been helping, but they replaced the assistant clerk fairly quickly. I've been, yeah. She just had a baby. Oh, she did. Oh my gosh, I've got it right. I get on Facebook a lot, so. I've been, Dylan's finance department, their treasurer. Dylan's grandmother's, she goes to her church, Billy McGuire. And apparently Chelsea was saying how she's not going to need any help. She knows exactly what she's doing. And that sounds like Chelsea. Yes. Mm-hmm. She was bound and determined to have the child naturally. No drugs. Well, because she's so large, there's a lot of complications. Hey, bye. I think she probably would have a complication for the doctor. Don't the baby or do one of these sections? Yeah, I would. They're all C-section. Yeah. It's like bring her a lead. That's trying to avoid it. No. Never. You're just trying to just around. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to circle the room, check it out. That's right. Check for wires. Check the perimeter. What's our horn? 3. So, excellent. Double on necessity. It's one of the nice things about BCA. Close to the ends being good. I actually take my glasses off to read. I'm glad this one never used to happen. It's better to just give away my phone. Well, I think she did 6 because I had a meeting. No, neither was me at the cemetery. You're trying to explain to them that they are not a cemetery commission, but that a cemetery committee, and even though they've gotten $30+ million in cozy money, they have no control over it. They must have loved that. There were a few looks in the room like, who is she? Why is she taking our money away from us? And one of them, and Tom's serving as the council liaison of the committee, so one of them finally turned to him and said, "Is that true?" And he said, "Whatever counts." Yeah, always. He said, "Yep, that's true." Didn't Rose Wheeler pass away? Rose Wheeler? I'm not sure. Cheryl could check. So were you in Alumni Hall? No, I'm over the open. Oh, you were. In one of the little cave rooms. Oh, yeah. It's peaceful. Sharon, can you hear us? That doesn't sound good. No.
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Tom.
Okay, you're welcome.
Sharon, are you there?
She's there. But
I'm here.
She was messing
Maybe
with
she
us.
couldn't hear us, so.
We have another few seconds.
Where's our chair?
Right there.
Oh, yeah. I've missed a lot of things. I know I have.
Oh, you're thinking Tabitha.
I was thinking Tabitha. I don't know why. Sorry. My bad.
Do you have any hard copies of the agenda? Oh, are they back? No, well, I have the minutes from the last meeting, and no, I don't have a hard copy of the agenda. Okay. Basically, we're just Yeah.
Join the list.
Chit chat.
You get like address changes for all of these people, or do you like got your Google?
Well, we send the letters to the address we have on file, and hopefully they have their forwarding information there. Isn't that how it goes, Carol, or if we have an alternate address?
If we know an alternate address, we
Well, like for
send
the
it both.
PTTRs, you know, how they'll put
Yeah.
a newer address for the seller.
Right.
We could send it to that
Yeah.
address.
Yeah.
Because there were a few, it was like, yeah, I know, it was like Scott Martin.
Right. Yeah, I know he went to Florida.
Give this to my driveway, so I can.
All right, we got 6:01. That's all we have in the chat or online.
I'll call us to order. So I'm assuming the first order of business is approval of the minutes from our May 8th meeting, which was the pre-election meeting for town meeting day.
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Any discussion on the minutes? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, minutes are approved. And so, Cheryl, do you want to walk us through, is this particular spreadsheet just the people who have moved?
Yes.
Okay.
That particular spreadsheet is the one that the people have moved.
Okay,
Basically, what we're doing today is, and the reason why I sent you the list prior, because it was kind of a lengthy list, was to approve the original challenged list. It was filtered by those who hadn't voted. The state only allowed us to pull it by general election, filtering, so if they hadn't voted in 2 general elections. And then I went through again, and if they were not even registered for one of those general elections, you couldn't really count them as somebody who was challenged because they didn't have the opportunity to vote. That's, the first one, so I filtered that out. So whatever was left was those that were already registered prior to the, I think it was 2020 general election. And I think it was like a total of 192 or 168, I'll have to look at that list right now, but.
so just so that I understand, it looked like there were 3 pages to the workbook. And one was the whole list.
Yeah.
One had been limited to those who didn't vote, and then the final one also took into consideration those who had,
The ones who
Had
were not
registered.
registered for both of those general
Yeah.
elections.
so is that third list?
The third list is the final
Plus
list,
this.
plus that,
Okay.
yes,
Got it, thank you for clarifying.
yes. And so.
And have you cross-referenced this with the final list in the workbook?
Some of them are in there, yes.
So you'll remove whatever.
Yes, I will
those-
remove
yeah.
whatever that is, and some additional, like Sandra Brooks did not show up in this list, the initial list, but that's Jeff Brooks' wife, and I know she moved with him to Florida, so I don't know why her name didn't show up. Maybe she did vote in one of the elections, and Jeff hadn't.
That's possible, sure. Or when did they sell the house? I mean, maybe she registered elsewhere and got eliminated.
Right, yeah,
But
I didn't write down the dates they sold those houses, I just,
Yeah.
it was such a long list, I spent too many hours in the wall.
I know, it's
It's like,
it's a
I could hear
laborious
people in the
process.
other room like, where's Cheryl? It's like, go back. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very laborious process.
So basically what I'm asking today is for you all to approve that we send challenge lists to those on the list that I sent you. If,
And
you-
yes,
yes, and I did send that out today.
yes,
as well.
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, today. If you were looking through the list and you happen to come across somebody that you know passed away, but I failed to get, I mean, Sarah knew one,
Rosemary.
Rosemary
Yeah,
knew one.
Trepanier, John
Japan,
Trepanier.
yeah, and that was 22 Park Street, right?
I think it's
Park-
20, yeah, it's Park Street.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay,
it's
just like-
22.
I don't have anyone that I know has passed away, but I have some questions.
Okay.
So there's two, I read through the whole thing. Taranzini and Taranzini, and they have the same exact address and the same exact birthday. And I
Yeah.
think one is just a misspelling.
Yep, sometimes they will come in and when they're voting, and we may not have them on a list because they didn't take the oath, or we don't have verification of something, and they'll just register again.
But there's, I don't know which one is correct, but there's a difference in one letter.
Okay.
One is Teremzini, and then one is TerenzinI, and they're together on the list,
What's the
but
last name?
Taranzini or Taranzini
The
On the
easiest,
voting list? Or
on the whole.
on the master list,
Master
which
list. On
was
the
the
master
first
list,
page
yeah.
on that. The easiest way to confirm those things is to use have you used the feature where you go in through the DMV backdoor?
I have, yes.
Because then that's usually the best way to
Okay.
confirm what the correct spelling of
Yeah.
the last name is, and then you can just
Delete the-
merge the
merge.
two
Yeah.
together.
There were two other ones like that.
Yeah.
There's a Gurney, Guerny, Matthew Christian, and then Geary, Guerry, same address, same birthday. So I think it's just a misspelling.
Yeah, okay.
And then Gruban, Gruban, Colleen, one is Gruban and the other is Grubin. And then I saw the list for the people who are moving or who have sold their homes, but there was also Renee Proto, she's on Tremont Street.
She didn't sell, her husband sold it to her.
But she moved to Colorado. She lives in Colorado now with Emma.
Okay, because, well, I'm just saying on the.
Oh, she might still,
PTR.
and she might still own the house, but she lives in
Right.
Colorado right now.
Okay, so we don't know if somebody who still owns the house just got up and moved.
Right,
We only know if we got a
a sale.
property tax transfer.
Yep.
And it clearly indicates they have a new mailing address.
Right.
That's the only way, so Renee Proto.
And then,
And just so you know what the law is, she can remain on our checklist.
Yeah.
If her intention is to come back at any time.
yeah, but that means she can't register to vote somewhere else.
Correct, yeah.
Correct.
So she's sort of like,
Yeah, but
If
it's certainly worth sending a
yeah,
challenge letter.
If somebody moves out of state and they register to vote there, do they notify us?
On there, and you can move her.
Oh, okay.
Cynthia Daniels.
There's no requirement, national requirement.
Answer your question again, I'm sorry.
If somebody moves out of state
Do
and
we get notified when they register
register to vote, do they notify us?
There's no national
What's the address?
requirement
13
for that. But there
Yeah, we bought the
is
house and
an organization, a countrywide organization that works with the secretaries of state across the country and with voter checklists across the country to try to gather that information and share it. There are states that are better about getting that information to towns than, Florida actually is very good.
New Hampshire's good. There's states that are good about getting the information to, and usually what they do is they send it to the Secretary of State, who then forwards them along.
Yeah.
But it's not any kind of national requirement, so.
Which is
It's true, yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, we have some voters that live in Canada, but they still
We have-
want to vote in Vermont.
We have two women, sisters,
Yeah.
who they're in their 70s. They live in Canada. They were born in Barre and moved to Canada when they were 15 days old. And they are entitled to be US, because they are US citizens. And they're entitled to vote in the last community they lived in in the US. So, okay. And the building that they were registered for doesn't even exist anymore.
Wow. So I have two more things. Morgan and Victor Osanaga, they also moved. And my mother-in-law, Elaine Spalding, she lives in Berlin now at a nursing home, so I think you could send her a challenge letter.
Again, we find with the nursing homes in particular that people want to remain registered voters.
She is in no condition.
But we have quite a few, there are quite a few registered voters.
I mean, you
who
could keep her
are in
on,
the-
but she,
Well, yeah, so we'll send her a challenge letter.
yeah, I think it'd probably be best if she just wasn't voting, because I'm not sure she knows what day of the week it is.
That's not yours to say.
I know, I understand that. And then my last question is about Tyler Graves. Because he was on the list as being, no voting since 11/20, but he just registered to vote in 2025. So I was really confused about that.
That's what Motor Voter does for you.
Oh, because he was saying he wanted to register to vote, but he
No,
wasn't old
it's
enough?
automatic. DMV, automatically,
That's why we have.
register, it happens all the time. People get registered through DMV, they never vote, they get the challenge letter, they get removed from the list, and the next time they go to DMV, they get registered again, and the whole
But
process.
he just turned 18,
Yeah.
so that's why I'm confused.
But it could
You
have,
voted in May.
Yeah, but he was on one of those lists, the challenge list, and I thought it was odd.
I remember specifically because I was working the BCA table in May, and he came in with his mom.
Right, but he shouldn't even be on the list. 'cause
I know,
he's
I know,
not
just,
that age,
I know,
but
I'm just
yeah.
saying.
Yeah, that's why
I
it's
get what
just
you're
bizarre to me, like why he would be on that challenge list. So anyway, those were the ones that I found. Thank you for.
There's another one too, Evans, Marie Evans, misspelled to same address, EVANS and EVNS. It's the only one I spotted.
What was the first name?
Marie on Crossville Street.
all of these new figures.
What is that? Double figure. And then wait a minute.
It took me forever to put this in.
Oh, yeah, good catch. So do you need a motion to send challenge letters? Is that,
So what this body has to do is authorize her to send the letters out.
and that would be the list of everyone that hasn't voted since 2020?
But had also been registered before
So
2020.
it would be the ones that say registered before 11.
It's the third of the spreadsheets in
The third
And
one,
this one.
and all the ones that home
Okay.
sales.
and the few that we've mentioned.
Sharon has her hand up.
Well, if you want to add Gail McDonald to the list, she moved with her husband James, and they've moved to Maine. James was on the real estate transaction,
okay.
but Gail was not, but she also moved.
This is the shorter of the lists. That's good.
No, see, she weeded down through, the first list was everybody, and then it was just filtered by participation and then filtered by when they registered.
The most active list though is the first one on that email.
Okay.
That's all.
Other than.
Well, that's,
we talked
it's
about.
all
That's
voters,
all
whether
voters.
they're active or not. It included all the voters that are currently challenged. Have you purged
No, it
the?
was, no, I have not purged the challenged people, but it did not include the challenged. The way the new system's
Yeah.
set up, it just wouldn't allow me to pull the ones that were currently challenged.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
So those are still out there.
And those can be removed. They, after the November election, they were able to be removed.
Okay, because they were on the list for 2 years and
Yeah.
there were no
Yeah,
responses.
well, depending on the previous system, I'm not sure, I would imagine that the new system has the same kind of thing, an opportunity to purge, and it will look for the people who were challenged, in 20.
Mhm.
They can be removed now. If they were challenged in 22, they have to stay on for another 2 years.
Yeah,
I'll
Rose
look
Wheeler Stilson, she's deceased. She is on the challenge list, but,
Then, yeah, unless we can prove, unless we have a death certificate or
it should be on
an
vital
obit.
records. It should be on vital records.
Yeah, if I can pull the list. Did she pass this year or?
Yeah.
Okay. And her last name's Stilson?
Wheeler hyphen Stilson, Stilson.
Fifth from the bottom.
Excuse me?
Fifth from the bottom.
So, do we have a motion to authorize Cheryl to send out the challenge letters? There's a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed? All righty.
Is there any other business that you'd like to discuss?
We had talked back, it was either before the March election or before the May election. People were interested in reviewing the election procedures to see about doing some possible revisions. And we traditionally review the property tax assessment appeal procedures and Board of Abatement procedures on an annual basis, just to make sure they're up to date and re-ratify them. And we're going to need a Board of Abatement meeting in the near future. So I'm thinking that what would make sense is to do, though the review of the documents may take a little time, so we may want to schedule a BCA meeting to do that. We also are going to be having a special election in November, so we definitely will be doing a BCA meeting before that, so the latter part of October.
What election?
3 things are being voted on: the Career Center for their bond for their new campus.
Oh.
And then the city will have a bond for the TIF project, which is the Seminary Street housing project, and also for the retrofitting of the new public works campus.
Where's that gonna be?
It's up
Old
next to the,
O'Reilly's
yeah,
on Morse.
next to the bond fields, up the top of the hill.
Oh, is that where they were?
Commercial
Yeah.
Street. No.
No, up Prospect Street, right over
Street,
the,
Morrison.
Oh, they don't use that
Across from
warehouse anymore?
Tetros.
no,
Well, O'Reilly is still in there for now. They're building a new place where the Staples building does this.
Oh,
That's where they're gonna go.
next to Shaw's.
Yep.
Okay,
yep.
Oh,
That's good, yeah, that's good.
that's been vacant a long time. Okay. Well, that kind of worked out. I know they've been looking for a place for public works for a long time. Long time. It's like make some imaginary real estate appear.
And it's, And it's definitely out of the floodplain.
It's
very
definitely out of the floodplain, for sure.
So you're gonna let us
You're just gonna have to
know?
slide down
Yeah,
the hill and.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, towards the end of September, finish the abatements, the ones that we had to hold off on, because they hadn't been looked at. And,
You can throw a baseball into the city.
John Page's, because the quorum wasn't met because
Oh, that's
he was
right.
no longer, part of it. So we'll finish those up. Obviously, we will have a meeting prior to, the election is gonna be, I think it's November 4th?
Yeah.
4th. So the end of October, the Thursday prior, we'll do that definitely to review the checklist and approve anybody who plans on being in the lobby or wants to be in the lobby, if that's something. But to review the proceedings, election proceedings, whether we want to do it before this next election or wait until before the bigger ones come in 2026. Up to you.
I don't know how you feel about chair.
I had hoped to do it tonight,
Yeah.
but
Oh, you did.
that didn't seem to work, so we'll figure something out.
Okay. I'm flexible
Okay.
with that.
What time are we thinking for these?
Probably 6. So I will have a lot of challenge letters to send out.
And you should have enough postcards. I mean, you gotta.
Yeah, I have,
Post-
I have a pretty
postage on
good
them.
stack of them.
Yeah.
The postage is what's gonna scare me. Sending out the letters, everything.
'Cause we have to-
79 cents now.
We're required by law to put postage on the reply cards,
Oh, jeez.
so.
In addition to that.
You can't use isn't there a way to do like a return postage? So if they use it. you
That's
can
actually
charge
more
more?
expensive.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
What if they didn't use it, you wouldn't charge?
There's a stack, because what happens is, you'll be sending out about 200 of these. A third of them will come back as undeliverable. And then you slit the envelopes open, pull the postcard out, because the
So we can reuse
postcard
it. It has-
can be reused.
Oh,
Yeah, it doesn't
that's
have
good.
any information.
Right,
Oh, wow.
right,
Alright.
it's not
that's good.
specific to, and there's a stack of them in there that have been around for probably more than a decade. And they've got 32 cents on them, and then one more penny stamp, and then one more penny stamp to every, and they're like lined up with postage to get them up to the right amount of postage.
Do they not have forever postcard stamps?
So is that it?
I think so.
Motion to
Anything
adjourn?
else? There's made a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Ted seconded. We're out of here.
All right. Thank you
I love that
very
you know
much.
we don't have to vote on a motion to adjourn. All those in favor? You don't have to do that. Motion and second, that's all you need.
Thank you for attending, Sharon, Tom.
Archie needed to go down to Bill 72.
Yeah.
And he's like, I voted for Nixon, I voted for Nixon.
Do you want
Bill
these
was like,
down?
I voted for
Sure.
Nixon in 1960, and haven't voted since.